Hello and welcome. This is Dr. Muzakir Ahmad Khan. In this session, I'll be taking you through all of the tasks involved in real-time PTE examination. So stay tuned and watch this video till the end. This will be very beneficial for each and everyone, whether you are aware of PTE examination pattern or if you are new to it. So it is a real-time, it's kind of mock examination. Watch till the end. So let's get started. It's kind of overview. By end of this session, you will briefly get an idea as what exactly PTE examination is. Yeah, PTE stands for Pearson Test of English, and it is completely online based examination in the sense there is no human involvement whatsoever in evaluation of our test. And in this session, I'll be discussing all of the modules that are involved in PTE examination, which are, yeah, it's very essential that we get familiar with the pattern of PT examination. Once we get familiar, it becomes very easier for us to crack the examination. So it's very much important for you to watch this video till the end. Yeah, instruction. Before the actual exam begins, you see a couple of screens that pops up on your screen, okay, which are related to some instructions. You need not read those, not required. But very crucial one is the volume setting screen that you see on the day of exam. You see something like this, a window, something like this, wherein you can set your screen by dragging this bar. Okay, you can set your volume that is required to you. It actually depends on number of participants that are involved on the day of exam. It's very essential, but for me it's very essential. What I do on the day of examination is based on number of students that are present or that are around me. I set this volume. Okay, it's always recommended and suggested that you set your volume more than 50%, because listening is very important. Okay, I personally suggest that it is beneficial to set the volume more than 50%. And then also it's crucial that we test our mic and speaker. You see a window over there wherein you are supposed to record the thing and replay and check whether things are going fine. If no, then you can call a person who a attender on PT examination day, and you can ask him to replace in case if it doesn't work. Yeah, and also this is the last part of the things which come before actual commencement of the exam. That is personal introduction session, wherein a question pops up, a question prompt. You'll be given to go through those things and prepare yourself for 25 seconds and then record your response for 30 seconds. It's important for us to note that whatever we record at this moment of time, that is personal introduction, that doesn't get scored. Instead, that is sent along with our score to the institution that we are willing to. Yeah, and finally I would request you all to subscribe our channel. It would be a great favor. This will encourage us to come up with new videos each and every day. I request you all to please, you see a button below this video, hit it and subscribe our channel. Also like and comment. Yeah, the very first part is which comprises of writing and speaking, and that varies somewhere between 77 to 93 minutes. These timings are given on official PTE site. Yeah, the first and the foremost task that we are supposed to deal with on the day of examination is read aloud, and this essentially tests our reading and speaking skills. Here you see a window. Okay, you'll be given somewhere around 30 to 40 seconds to prepare yourself. Essentially 35 seconds, well, it will be given over here. Or need not read these instructions, not required. Okay, you can see the number of seconds which keeps on decreasing. Okay, which keeps on decreasing in this that is in a descending order. Based on the time available, you will have to read this paragraph and prepare yourself. There will be some tough words, contractions, and something like that. Some new words that you are not used to, you haven't heard of, you haven't come across. Such thing you are supposed to prepare in this given time. And then once this comes to zero, the status changes from beginning to reading. then you will have to read the paragraph, whatever you see on the graph, on the screen. And the moment you finish reading, what are you supposed to do is click the next button. The speed and the way of reading may vary from person to person, and everybody have their own frequency. In that case, it doesn't matter where you finish at what moment of time, whether halfway or more than it. The moment you finish, you need not wait for the completion of the whole period given on the screen. The moment you finish, you are supposed to click the next button and wait for the next question. So on the day of examination, so these are the things that you need to look for. Preparation time varies 30 to 40 seconds. Typically, it is 35. And once this preparation time finishes, the status changes from beginning to recording. And on the day of examination, these type of tasks would vary from 6 to 7. Okay, so you may get 6 to 7 questions. Yeah. The second is very crucial and very important, and this is repeat sentence. This particular task, tests our listening and speaking skills. It's very important, very crucial. This gives an impression to the software that how well we listen and we speak. Here, whatever the computer plays in audio, and the same thing corresponds here. Once the audio finishes, you will have to keep looking, watching here. Okay, and once this begins, once the current status changes, and you will have to start. Very crucial thing over here is there is no tone for the commencement of the task. In the sense, to record your sentence, there is no tone played. You will have to keep an eye on at this particular position. Once the status changes from whatever it is playing to recording, you will have to record your statement. This is very important that you will have to make a note that there is no tone played here. You will just have to keep your eye, keep watching, and once this begins your recording, you will have to record your statement. And on the day of examination, you may get somewhere between 10 to 12 questions of this kind, that is repeat sentence. Yeah. Then comes describe image, and this tests only your speaking skills. And on the day of examination, you may see 6 to 7 questions coming for you. And once the question appears to you on the screen, time will be given for you to prepare. That is typically 25 seconds. Once the question that you see on the screen, you'll have 25 seconds to read and study the given question. And the question varies: bar chart, line chart, and it can be a pie chart, or it can be a process, a scientific process, or anything like that. Okay, whatever you see on the screen, 25 seconds of time will be given to you for preparation. Once that 25 seconds exhaust, the status changes over here to beginning, and you will be given 40 seconds to record your answer. Okay, you will have to keep speaking for 40 seconds, and there are some tips and tricks that will be discussed in some other audio. This is just a go through all of the task one, hence I will not discuss all those things. And the moment you finish recording your answer, you will have to click the next button. And here comes a kind of retail lecture session wherein our listening and speaking sessions are evaluated. Okay, and it's very important here because even in the previous session you see some image, and suddenly you see an image, but the kind of task is different. You will have to be ready, because right from this moment of time you will need to have pen with you, because audio will be played and you will have to make a note of it, and you will have to repeat. It is a repeat lecture. A lecture will be played, you will have to hear and make a note, and then retell whatever you hear in a proper form. Yeah, this thing, 51 seconds, it will be in descending order again. Suppose this may play for 41 seconds. Example, 41 seconds. If 41 seconds exhaust, once this finishes, you will be left out with 41 minus 51 is 10 seconds. Okay, once the audio played by the examiner finishes, you will have 10 seconds to prepare and restructure your notes. Okay, you'll be given 10 seconds for preparation, and again you will have 40 seconds to record your answer. And on the day of examination, read-tell lecture kind of questions, the number of questions are between 3 to 4. Yeah. And now answer short question. It's kind of simple. A question will be played here. Okay, the status will be playing, and once the playing is over, you will have to record your answer. And this basically tests your listening and speaking skills, and on the day of examination you will see 10 to 12 questions. And again, it's just one word or few word answer. Got it? And it may take about 2 to 3 seconds. Once you finish, you need not wait for the whole duration of time given to you on this window. Once you finish recording your answer, you will have to click the next button and go for the next question that arrives. Yeah. Very next session is summarize written text. Got it? On the day of examination, you will see a screen something like this. On the top, you will have instructions given, and beneath it, you will have passages, single or multiple passages, and beneath it, you will have a window wherein you are supposed to frame a sentence between, and this basically tests our reading and writing skills. And you will have to frame a sentence between comprising of words between 5 to 75. So whatever you write here after reading, you can see the number of words that you have completed, and whatever you write should be less than 75 and more than 5. Okay, and this tests our reading and writing. It's again, there are some tips and tricks involved. I already have posted videos on it. You can just see my playlist and watch those. It gives a lot of marks, and there are ways to deal with this kind of tasks. Yeah, on the day of examination, you may come across 2 to 3 questions of this kind. And the very next task is essay writing, and this typically tests our writing skills alone. It is not integrated. It is a writing skill alone, and this task lasts for about 20 minutes. You will have instructions on the top, and beneath it you will have a question, and beneath it you will have to record your answer, your transcript over here, and the word count should be somewhere between 200 to 300. And on the day of examination, you may see 1 to 2 number of questions in this particular thing. Yeah. Once essay is over, the first session ends. And it's very important for you to make a note that the moment you click the next button after essay, the reading session starts. Okay? Please make a note that the moment you click next, in the sense once essay gets over, you will move on to the next session. So end of the first session and beginning of the second session, you will see a couple of instruction window over here. You are not supposed to go through, because the time, a separate time will be not given for you to go through. The instruction screen, the time of instruction screen is included in the whole second session. So you need not read and waste your time on reading the instruction of the second session. Instead, just click next and move on to the reading session. This session is a single timed section and contains about 15 to 20 questions. And after first session, there is no break. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. In the reading session, you will find two kinds of fill up the blanks. Please make a note. And one kind is of this type. Please get familiar with this. This is a kind wherein we call it as drop down. And this basically tests our reading and writing. We get good enough number of marks for both reading and writing session. Okay. And now you will have a question prompt on the screen, and wherever you have blanks, you see a down arrow button, drop down button. Once you click it, you will have multiple options available, and only one answer out of those is right. You will have to choose that one. Okay, that usually will be synonym. In the synonyms, All of the options will be synonyms, and there are various methods to crack this kind of question. So fine, we'll discuss those, but as of now, we are just to go through all of the tasks. So all of the fill-ups that you see, if you just click over here, you will see a panel like this, a window wherein you are supposed to go through and select the most matching one. Yeah, this one kind. You will, on the day of examination, you can see somewhere around 4 to 5 questions of this type. Okay, continuously you will be getting 4 to 5 questions. Yeah, the next task is multiple choice, multiple answer. Okay, over here, instruction will be given to you, and a question will be asked. Multiple choice, multiple choices will be given, and you will have to go through this and select multiple answers, whichever matches with the given passage. Again, there is a method, but still, briefly, you will have to go through this, match whichever, or you need to correlate these two things. And once done, click the next button. Do not spend more time over here, because these are the tasks which consume more time. Here you see a question, it's actually a real time question, but the question over here is very small. But on the day of examination, you may find small questions like this, also a question that fills the entire screen. So such kind of questions will be time consuming. Please make sure that you do not spend more than a minute over here. This is multiple choice, multiple question. Yeah, on the day of examination, the number of questions that you may find are 2. And the next task is read a paragraph. Again, the reading skills are being tested. Read a paragraph in the sense a para. If we know what a para is, para comprises of number of sentences, and each sentences, so there is some relation between each of the sentence. But over here, the sentence is randomly placed. The sentences of a para are randomly placed. What are you supposed to do is you will have to reorder the things. Whatever sentence you feel that comes on the top or bottom or next or prior to this, after to this, you will have to shift this by making use of these arrows. And again, once you have arranged them, if you again feel that there is something that has to go up or some sentence has to come next, you can do that by clicking these buttons. On the day of examination, you will have 2 to 3 questions of this kind, that is reorder paragraph. Again, it is a very important one. And once done, it is again a time consuming one. What to do, how to deal with this, there are methods we'll teach once people subscribe to our coaching one. And anyways, once you are done, you can click the next button. Yeah, the next kind of fill up the blanks are these are called some options will be given to you. Okay, you're supposed to click those and drag and place to the appropriate places, and reading skills are evaluated, and the number of options may be equal to the number of blanks or more than those. Okay, so again, on the day of examination, one after other, you may find 4 to 5 questions of this kind. Yeah, again, this you will see it is multiple choice, single answer. Do you have multiple choices but only one answer is right? Again, you will be given some instruction on the top, and beneath it you will have a question, and you will have to go through this para and match any one of the given choices. Only one choice will be right. There is a method how to crack this, but I would definitely say what is more important as part of introduction to PTE. So we'll discuss this. On the day of examination, we'll get 2 questions. And I would also like to say you that the order of the questions may not be the same as what I have shown. Each and every time the order changes. Okay. Typically, this is the typical order that many of our students get. But again, it changes and people get different kind of order, in the sense reorder may be the last one or the second last one usually, or anything. Any question may come at any moment. But very importantly, what you need to know, as we keep shifting from kind of types of questions, you need to, how will you differentiate what is coming next, especially multiple choice, multiple answer, multiple choice, single answer. There is a way Just pay attention, have a look. This will definitely help you and save a lot of your time. Multiple, you have this kind, multiple choice, choose single answer. The options that you see associated with this kind of questions are marked with a circle. Okay, and the choices associated with this kind of question are marked with a box. So once you see a box on the day of examination with the question, you will figure out that this question, you need not to read and figure out that whether this question is single answer or multiple one. Okay, I'll just see. You see a circle associated with the choices, in the sense I need not read the given instruction. Okay, only upon looking this, I'll figure out that this is a single, choose single answer question. Whereas this one, this is choose multiple answer. I will not read the instruction and waste my time. I see this particular box and I figure out and make my mindset that this is choose multiple answer. Okay, this is very important one. This will save you a lot of time. Yeah, you need to keep this in mind. And then once you finishes your reading session, you will have your optional break of 10 minutes. Okay, and there is a notion that taking break will disrupt the flow, in the sense the mindset that you have that I'm writing PT examination, the consciousness that you have, the seriousness that you have gets disrupted. I don't think so. It depends on person to person again. Okay, so but this particular notion is not right. This will not disrupt. Instead, I believe that that will boost up your confidence. The break that you get, you can use it for getting fresh, and again setting your mind as what kind of question will come and how will you prepare. You can frame your strategies. Okay, build your mindset, because even if you have done very well up till this point, if you don't do well in the listening session, everything goes for a toss. So it's again, it depends from person to person, but it will not disrupt the flow. It all depends on your potential. So think wisely, make the choices wisely. Yeah, listening session starts. The first one, the first and the foremost task that is involved in listening is summarize spoken text. In the sense, you'll hear a audio played, and once that audio finishes, you will have to write here. Okay, you will have to summarize that. The script has to be written over here. Whatever you hear, you will have to summarize, frame proper sentences, and our skills that are assessed here are listening and writing together, integrated. And on the day of examination, you will get 2 to 3 questions of this kind, and each question is individually timed, that is 10 minutes. Right from the beginning of the question until you frame your sentence, it is 10 minutes each. It's typically, out suggests that you will have to write the number of word count that will be done over here. You will have to do somewhere around 65. Yeah, not less than 60 or 50. Okay, your whatever summary you prepare over here should be around 65 words, and you will get 2 to 3. It's important to note for you that each one is individually timed, that is 10 minutes each. Yeah, I would say, personally, I would say that actual listening session starts here, because all of the tasks that comes after these are all single timed. The whole session is single time, and time is very tricky here. The trickiest factor over here is time. So we're gonna have invest our time efficiently. It's very important. And what is more important is we need at least 4 minutes for write from dictation. And write from dictation is the task that we get at the last. This is the last most task of our PT examination. But the thing is, we spend so much of time in the listening session that we don't get enough time to face this session. If even we miss 1 or 2 of these, 79 is gone. Yeah. Anyways, the first and the foremost, it's not right to say first and the foremost, because again the order may vary. The typical one is this, because many of our students get the same order. Multiple choice, multiple answer. Again, as I have already told you, as what you need to look for, if at all, if it is multiple choice, multiple answer. If you just look at this box and with the choices, it clearly shows, it is a sign that it is multiple choice, multiple answer. A audio will be played, you will have a multiple choice given over here. You need to check the boxes whichever you feel are right, and more than one of these will be right. You'll get two of this kind on the day of examination, and then fill up the blanks. Listening skills as well as writing skills are assessed. And again, you will have a couple of seconds before the audio begins. Once the audio begins, what you're supposed to do is keep reading and understanding the thing. And whatever blank, you see a blank over here, but you will have that played in the audio. You will have to make a note or directly write over here. And once you type here, you can hit on the tab button. You will automatically move on to the next fill up. Okay. Or people, the other way around, people, what they do is they write on the given piece of this thing, and then they transfer. So whatever is convenient to you, you can go ahead with it. And once you finish, you will have to cross check the things. Spellings plays a very important role. You go wrong in 2 to 3 fill-ups, then it's very uncertain that we get 79. Okay. On the day of examination, we get 2 to 3 kind of these questions, and spellings plays very vital role. It's very essential for us to take care of the spellings over here, especially with the plurals and adjectives, verbs. You got to read the sentence and understand the paragraph, listen carefully and do it. Though the number of questions are very less here, but this gives a lot of marks to our PTE score. Yeah. Highlight correct summary. The skills that are assessed here are listening and reading, and I would say that this is time consuming task. It gives a lot of marks, but still it is time consuming. You will have to take care of this particular factor, that is time. So you will have to make a mindset that in this particular kind of question, I will not spare time more than 30 seconds or max to max 1 minute. Okay, a audio will be played, a detailed audio will be played around 1+ minute, and then you will have to make a note of each and everything that you hear, and then the summaries are given. There are multiple summaries. Any one of the summary matches with the details that you have noted is right, and any one that you feel right, you will just click on it and go to next. Okay. So what happens in examination is people spend a lot of time here and then gone. We don't get enough time in the last session, that which actually gives a lot of marks. So time is a very important factor. Take care and be very efficient over here. So there will be two kind of this question, and the next kind of question is multiple choice single answer. How will you get to know? There are circles associated with this question. Again, a audio will be played. You will have choices given here, and the skills that are assessed here are listening one. And again, on the day of examination, you see two questions of this type. And again, select missing word. Here, a sentence will be played, and at the end of the sentence, a portion of the sentence will be replaced by a beep. Okay, and that beep could be a word or words. Okay, you need to listen to the whole sentence and then predict as what could be the last sentence, sorry, the last words, and you need to check the right one. Only one answer is right. Once you finish, you just need to click next. On the day of examination, you will get 2 to 3. It doesn't matter if you go wrong. It's not so important, but still it adds few marks. Yeah. Highlight incorrect words. It is here where people, their frequency doesn't match with the frequency of the audio that is being played. Hence, people go for a toss and they will not be able to pick up and match their words. They cannot, they cannot match the things, and they cannot choose the right words. Listening and reading skills, because you got to listen and read at the same moment of time. Example like this: highlight incorrect words. A audio will be played over here. You will have to listen that and read simultaneously. And you see somewhat, for example, I have clicked on a referred. You may hear refine in the audio. Okay, the correct one is referred, but what you hear in audio is different from what you see. Such kind of words you will have to click. Once you click, that gets yellow. Okay, and for example, some circumstances, what you hear in the audio is some circles, for example. Okay, you hear that proven that in some circles, but what you see here is circumstance. So things that doesn't match with the transcript and the audio, you will click on those. This is what you're supposed to do. You'll get some 2 to 3. This is very important, gives a lot of marks. And once you finish, you are supposed to click the next button. And the last most session and the last most task is this: write from dictation. This is the boss of PTE examination. Okay, and we get assessed with regards to our listening and writing skills. We get very good marks if we do well over here, and on the day of examination we may get around 3 to 4 questions of this type. So it plays a very important role. You got to practice a lot, and you need to perform very well in this particular task, because this is the task which decides our PTE score, particularly listening and writing. If you are underperforming in listening and writing, it means that you are going wrong here. So this is the end of PT examination. It is a kind of mock that you have gone through. Yeah, I hope, as I have requested, you would have pressed on the subscribe button. If you haven't done, I request you once more, please do the needful and click on the subscribe button. Okay, this will encourage us to come up with new videos with regards to PTE. Along with subscription, please click on the bell button. Okay, that will notify you whenever we update new videos. Yeah, we do at PTE Tube. We do provide coaching, and that is given by experienced guides. And we have number of mock tests that you go through, and without mock test, it's not possible for you to crack PTE examination. And above that, review and feedback is very crucial. And we provide review and feedback line by line and in detail. And we prepare strategies very often, and we keep updating. So we'll provide grammar as well as required vocabulary for this exam. So if at all, if you require coaching, so please do contact us on the below given PTE Tube, PTE Tube for all Gmail or given phone number. And thank you and all the best.